I have some pretty not cash money news for you guys today. What the f? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? The contents of this video are kinda heavy, man. So, to lighten the mood a bit, I'm gonna play some Christmas music. Some of you may have already heard about this, and others may be hearing about it right now for the very first time. Just this past week, the Into the Radius developers released some very heartbreaking news regarding the 2.8 update. It brings me great pain to tell you this news, boys, because it genuinely kills me inside. Obviously, I understand why. It's a necessary evil, as they say, but by golly, does it still hurt. So essentially, what's going on is the devs have canceled the 2.8 update, which we were gonna get modding in for Into the Radius 1. So no, we won't be getting mod support for Into the Radius 1. Essentially, this last 2.7 update was the final update that Into the Radius will ever receive. The developers did say, however, that the game might still receive some bug fixes and minor tweaks, but no more major or minor updates to the game. So you might be wondering to yourself right about now, why exactly did the devs cancel the 2.8 update? The Into the Radius team, it's not a huge game studio. Between working on Into the Radius ports, the new sequel, and mod support, ultimately the team just had way too much on their plate, which I completely understand. The original Into the Radius wasn't even intended to have mod support. So attempting to create mod support for Into the Radius during these later stages of development is a pretty huge undertaking, and frankly, just isn't worth pursuing anymore. So now what's going to happen? Basically, I think maybe we're gonna get modding in Into the Radius 2. Maybe Into the Radius 2 is just gonna be an absolutely stellar game because they're not gonna focus time, effort, and attention towards updating the original Into the Radius to have modding. So we could be getting a much better Into the Radius 2 because of this. And I'm not just speculating here, the devs actually talked about this. Into the Radius 2 is being developed from the ground up with modding support in mind, unlike the original Into the Radius. However, Into the Radius 2 most likely will not have modding support during the early access stage of the game, but Into the Radius 2 in general is intended to be much more accessible right from the start by the modding community. Anyways, sorry boys. I'm just as bummed out as you are, okay? I understand, I know. Cry it out, big guy. Cry it out. And it is increasingly apparent to me that there's only one thing left for me to do now. Oh, God. Get out of the way, little girl. All right, brother. Well, we're up here. Oh, God. 2.8. You were canceled before you even saw the light of day. Ouch. Yeah, that looks painful, buddy. Walk it off. Walk it off. You'll be fine. Even though I'm a little sad that we aren't getting mod support for Into the Radius 1, I understand that the devs can only do so much with the amount of time and resources that they have. So even though you might be bummed out right now because we aren't getting a 2.8 update, I have a feeling that it will all be worth it once we can finally experience the sequel. All good things come to those who wait, boys. So have faith in our amazing devs and keep your heads up. And to end this video, I have a piece of information that is even more shocking than what I've just previously told you. 86% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. 86%? You gotta be shitting me, dude. Okay, I'm not gonna give you crap about it, alright? You don't have to subscribe, but just promise me that you'll do one thing. Go watch one of my other videos, man. I mean, it's free after all. That's the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye! Can I get him all the way over there? I got his ass! Yeah!